up in Richfield, Minnesota. Tom and I met on a blind date. We were kind of set up, and it seemed to work. Made our way up to St. Cloud when Tom was hired as the first Stearns County Emergency Manager.
In that role, I was tasked by the county board to implement a county-wide enhanced 911 system and pretty much upgrade all of the emergency communications throughout the county over about a 5-year period. I took what I had learned over the 5 years of doing the project at the county, and I applied it to a private enterprise business which provided turnkey assistance to counties in implementing the same kinds of 911 systems. Enhanced systems, data generation, radio systems, all centered around emergency communications.
Of course I was behind it, and of course I was nervous because we had a baby girl. I had to put my faith in it and that this was going to work. I knew Tom had the talents to do it. After he had been running the business for a while, I stepped in and joined and actually worked in the business as well, which was very helpful in understanding the whole process and the risks and the challenges and the benefits of being an entrepreneur.
When we decided it was time to stop working 60 hours a week, 6 and sometimes 7 days a week, and to spend a little bit more time on ourselves and our family. Our primary concern was with the people that had helped get us there. And we wanted to make sure they were well taken care of first and foremost in whatever we did in terms of, backing away from the company. We were approached at about that time by Granite Equity, and they broached the topic of when you're ready and when it's time, consider us. And they laid out a vision for us that frankly was far too good to be true.
One of the main roles of the Central Minnesota Community Foundation is to help ensure that philanthropy remains in our community.
I became aware of them at about the time that we were backing away from the business, coming into some newfound wealth. I visited with them with the idea of giving back. My dad always used to say that the difference between having enough and having a lot is not that much. But the difference between having enough and not having enough is a tremendous chasm. And so I've always taken that to heart, always wanted to see if I could make a difference in a community for people that didn't have the advantages that I did.
A donor-advised fund gives you the opportunity to house your money in a fund that you can then grant money out or suggest grants to local nonprofits. What's wonderful about it is that those grant requests are all vetted by the Community Foundation.
There's need in our community. There's a lot of need in our community. And I'm happy to say, being involved, I think, in the philanthropic community myself, I'm happy to say there's a significant community of people here that appreciate what they have, how they got it, and what they can do with it.
The impact that the Community Foundation has on those communities and the people that live in those communities is substantial. I honestly think we would just be afloat without having that anchor there that, again, allows us to be confident that the charitable contributions we want to make are going to go to those organizations that most need them.
Without the donor-advised funds, without the Community Foundation, us as a couple would lack a focus to what we're doing, because the Community Foundation is essential, I believe, to systematic philanthropy in Central Minnesota.